The historic Motorsport Centre of Monaco is the venue for the 2019 edition of the FIM Awards. This annual end-of-season event brings together and recognises winners of 40 individual FIM gold medals, as well as 12 title-winning teams. The latest FIM World Champions were among almost 600 guests given the red carpet treatment as they arrived at the Salle des Étoiles in the sporting Monte Carlo for the 2019 FIM Awards.
Gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Craig Stevens. All right, so good to have you with us. A very warm welcome to the stunning surroundings of the Monte Carlo Bay Hotel and Resort for the crowning moment of the FIM Awards celebration weekend. Please will you welcome to the stage the FIM President, Mr. George Villegas.
Thank you, Craig. When I was elected 1 year ago, I told you I felt like a world champion. Now I'm like Tony Boo and Marc Marquez, I'm world champion again. And this is to tell you that this was an incredible season. All of you, national federations, promoters, organizers, we did everything to have great races. But in the end, we need the pilots, and we are here to honor the champions. So, let's go. Do your job, Craig.
George, everybody, to present the award for the first category, the Young Champions. Please, will you welcome the 2019 FIM Youth Enduro World Champion from New Zealand, Hamish McDonald.
Despite suffering a broken shoulder that cost him the points lead at the season's halfway mark, Hamish McDonald became New Zealand's first Youth World Champion by taking half of the available victories in 2019.
Congratulations to Hamish. Thank you so much. Please welcome the 2019 FIM Speedway Youth World Champion, Jesper Knudsen.
Jesper Knudsen saw off 31 other riders under the age of 17 to take the crown in his home country, following in the tyre tracks of his brother Jonas, who took Speedway's 250cc title in 2017.
The 2019 FIM 85cc Junior Motocross World Champion, Valerio Lata.
Valerio Lata took back-to-back race victories in a 78-rider field in Pietramarata to claim the 85cc title in front of his home crowd and become the FIM's youngest 2019 World Champion.
The 2019 FIM Junior Enduro World Champion is Andrea Verona.
Victories in 9 of the first 10 days of competition wrapped up the title with 2 rounds to spare for Andrea Verona, who was crowned in front of home fans at the Italian Grand Prix.
The latest in a long line of Polish track racing legends. Please welcome the 2019 FIM Speedway Under-21 World Champion, Maxim Drabik.
After a shock 2-point defeat in the defence of his title in 2018, Maxim Drabik gained revenge by recovering the Under-21 World #1 ranking for a second time, following his 2017 success.
FIM 125cc Junior Motocross World Champion, Italy's Mattia Guadagnini.
17-year-old Mattia Guadagnini recovered from the disappointment of defeat in 2018 to claim the 2019 Junior Motocross title on the Il Ciclamino track in his home country in front of crowds of over 3,000.
The next discipline to be covered is the new champions category. He's here tonight to take the gold medal as the FIM Trial 125 World Champion, Kieran Tooley.
The Frenchman suffered just 1 defeat in 7 trials to secure honours in only the second season since the 125cc series gained World Championship status.
Please welcome your champion, Jeremy Alcoba.
The Spaniard gained a stranglehold in the Moto3 Junior World Championship with a run of 8 consecutive podiums, finishing with back-to-back wins and the 2019 title.
Time now to introduce our next category, which is the teams. The FIM Team Speedway Under-21 World Champions are represented tonight by the President of the Polish Federation, Mr. Michał Sikora.
3 members of the 2018 title-winning team returned to take honours at Great Britain's National Speedway Stadium in 2019, Poland recording a 12th victory since the championship was inaugurated in 2005.
In just a few moments, the 2019 FIM Long Track of Nations. Please welcome Mr. Jacques Boll.
France secured back-to-back crowns and their first away from home ground as the trio of Dimitri Berger, Mathieu Trésarieux and David Bellego claimed a 1-point win over shock finalist the Czech Republic in the 2019 Long Track of Nations.
With an overall victory and an incredible second place for the junior team. Congratulations once again, taking his second medal. Please welcome Jacques Boll.
Favourites France took advantage of damp weather conditions just outside of Paris to claim a 6th consecutive title in the Supermoto of Nations, bringing their all-time record up to 8 crowns in 14 stagings of the event.
For the 37th time, the champions are Russia. Please welcome the Russian Federation President, Mr. Alexander Dus.
With a new name and a new format, the Ice Speedway of Nations put Russia's reign under threat with a winner-takes-all final. But the favourites were not to be denied, a maximum 5-1 score over Sweden, giving the hosts a 17th consecutive title.
Congratulations once again to Russia.
Toliati was also the venue for the Speedway of Nations, the first world final to be staged in Russia, and the home men were on form in the final, outgating Poland to complete a successful title defence.
Last year at the 2019 FIM Women's Trials of Nations Champions are Spain, represented here tonight by the President of the Spanish Federation, Mr. Manuel Casado.
With 3 of the top 4 in the World Championship lining up on home soil in Ibiza, Spain started the 2019 Women's Trial of Nations as favourites and didn't disappoint, securing an 8th crown that moves them joint top in the all-time medals table.
And for the 16th consecutive season, the 2019 FIM Trial of Nations champions are Spain.
Tony Bowe and Adam Raga each secured a 15th gold medal at the FIM Trial of Nations as part of the Spanish team, still unbeaten since 2004. Gironi Fajardo completed the winning trio with his 13th gold as Spain secured a record 26th Nations crown.
Congratulations to the Netherlands and the Vice President of the Dutch Federation, Mr. Willem Mulder.
The 73rd edition of the Motocross of Nations saw a run of 5 consecutive victories for France ended as the Netherlands took advantage of home ground in Assen to secure their first ever World Championship through the trio of Jeffrey Hurlings, Calvin Vlanderen and Glenn Koldenhoff.
Our next team's world champions were the last to be decided with the 94th edition of the International 6 Days of Enduro taking place just a couple of weeks ago in Portugal in the Junior World Trophy. We saw faultless performances from Team Australia, represented tonight by the CEO of Motorcycling Australia. Please welcome Mr. Peter Doyle.
Australia claimed honours in the Junior Trophy for the first time since 2015 as their all-new trio of Michael Driscoll, Lyndon Snodgrass and Fraser Higlet dominated throughout the week to win by a 9-minute margin.
But this time it's congratulations to the winners of the FIM ISDE Women's World Trophy. The USA, represented tonight by the President of the AMA, Mr. Robert Dingman.
The American trio of Rebecca Sheets, Tara Geiger and Brandy Richards were runners-up in 2018, but they determinedly brought to an end Australia's 6-year winning streak as the USA claimed their first Women's World Trophy since the inaugural 2007 season.
Also taking victory for the men's event as well, so it's congratulations once again to the USA and Mr. Robert Dingman.
The 2019 International 6 Days of Enduro saw the USA claim only their second World Trophy win, and with two surviving members of the team that took honours in Spain back in 2016. Stuart Baylor and Ryan Sykes took their first gold in Portimao.
Congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much. Have an incredible night. From our next honours, we are moving on to the category that focuses on individual success of champions in off-road. For the 2019 FIM Long Track World Champion from France, Dimitri Berger.
Recovering from a galling 1-point defeat last year, Berger secured his first title and became France's second world champion in 3 years by surviving a nail-biting finale and with a clean sweep of 5 podium finishes in 2019.
With a perfect performance in the season finale in the Netherlands was the 2019 FIM Ice Speedway Gladiators champion, Danil Ivanov.
After 4 barren seasons, Danil Ivanov was back on top, taking his third Ice Speedway World Championship. The Russian ended the reign of his fellow countryman Dmitry Koltakov after a close-fought campaign that saw the top 4 separated by just 14 points after the final round.
Thank you so much. A massive... The 2019 FIM Snowcross World Champion is Sweden's Adam Renheim.
Adam Renheim claimed a 6th consecutive Snowcross World Championship after seeing off the challenge of his fellow countryman Oscar Norum to claim honours at the one-off final in his homeland.
Please welcome the 2019 FIM Sidecar Motocross World Champions, driver Etienne Bax from the Netherlands and his passenger from Latvia, Kasper Stupelis.
The 2015 gold medalists were reunited in 2019 for another title tilt and didn't disappoint. This latest crown is a third for Etienne Bax, who also won alongside Nicolas Musset in 2017, while for Kasper Stupelis it's a 4th World Championship win.
Congratulations. Off next now for our individual off-road champions are from the discipline of enduro. And we start with the E3 category. Now, this year's winner's already had 4 titles to his name. The FIM E3 Enduro World Champion is Steve Holcomb.
Great Britain's Steve Holcomb was denied a shot at a 3rd consecutive Enduro GP title by illness, but did enough to secure his 3rd E3 crown and a 5th FIM gold medal with 11 class wins out of a possible 14.
The 2019 FIM E2 Enduro World Champion is Loic Leroux.
Loic Larieux claimed his first world title after surviving a nail-biting duel with 2013 E2 winner Alex Salvini. The pair were separated by just 2 points going into the final round, but Larieux held his nerve in front of home fans at the French Grand Prix to take 2019's E2 title.
The 2019 FIM E1 Enduro World Champion is Great Britain's Brad Freeman.
Brad Freeman completed a successful defence of his E1 title, dropping the only points of his season during an injury-hit Greek Grand Prix. Returning bravely just a week later, the Brit secured 2 more class wins to guarantee his place on the 2019 honours list.
FIM Trial 2 World Champion Gabriel Marcelli.
A decisive performance at the final round of the Trial 2 campaign ended Gabriel Marcelli's long wait for gold, shaking his nearly man tag after a silver medal in 2017 and bronze a year ago.
Gabriel just pointed out in 2009 he was like 7. I know, it's disgusting. The FIM Women's Trial World Champion is Emma Bristow.
Although the gap from the best to the rest closed in 2019, Great Britain's Emma Bristow claimed honours in Women's Trial's 20th anniversary campaign. Extending an unbeaten run that stretches back to 2017, Bristow secured a memorable 6th consecutive title.
The FIM Women's Motocross World Champion is New Zealand's Courtney Duncan.
From a debut victory in 2016, it's been a long road to a first title for Courtney Duncan, who suffered 3 near misses with injury and misfortune. Having finished just 2 points from honours in 2017, she made no mistake this term, securing 9 victories in 10 races in 2019.
The 2019 FIM MX2 Motocross World Champion is Jorge Prado.
After a shoulder injury that forced him to miss the British Grand Prix, Spain's Jorge Prado returned on top form, suffering just 3 defeats in the remaining 32 races of the season and securing a 2nd successive MX2 crown.
Congratulations. The 2019 wielded a milestone 60th win for the indoor discipline and a 75th career podium in the incredible career of the FIM X-Trial World Champion for the 13th consecutive season, Tony Bow.
A rare defeat at his home X-Trial Barcelona and early season injury worries were not enough to halt the phenomenal winning run of Tony Bow. Riding through the pain barrier, Bow secured 5 wins from 6 rounds on his way to the 2019 X-Trial World Championship.
Congratulations, the FIM Freestyle Motocross World Champion from Germany, Luke Ackermann.
Luke Ackermann ended a 5-year spell of dominance for Michael Malero in emphatic style by taking victory in all but one of 2019's Night of the Jumps events. Having been 2018's silver medalist, the German stepped up his consistency to secure his first freestyle motocross world title.
Ackermann. The 2019 FIM Super Enduro World Champion is Carlton Haka.
The USA's Carlton Haker made the ultimate return to form a year on from tumbling to 5th in the world rankings. The 2016 and 2017 world champions secured a 3rd world title by a 4-point margin in a last round decider against 2 of the sport's other former trophy winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge welcome to Cooper Webb.
5 victories in the first 9 races of the AMA Supercross Series put Cooper Webb on course towards his first world title in 2019. The 17-race campaign proved close fought with 3 clear candidates for honours, but Webb held on to become the 3rd different champion in 3 seasons.
We move on now to our penultimate category of the evening, which is our circuit racing champions, the FIM Sidecar World Champions, driver Tim Reeves and passenger Mark Wilkes.
After suffering the heartbreak of cruel misfortune in the closing stages of the 2018 season, Reeves and Wilkes bounced back to title success with victory in half of 2019's races. Tim Reeves continues to ride into the record books with a 6th world title, while it was a first FIM gold for passenger Mark Wilkes.
It works this time, actual Englishman. It works. Congratulations, guys. Well done. From 3 wheels to 2 now in circuit racing's entry-level world championship, the Supersport 300s. Manuel Gonzalez!
At just 17 years of age, Manuel Gonzalez became the championship's youngest ever winner, claiming 3 of the first 4 races of the campaign and then battling back from a shoulder injury sustained at the UK rounds for a 6th podium of 2019 to secure the gold medal.
FIM Supersport World Champion is Randy Krummenacker.
Having led the standings right from the season opener in Australia, Randy Krummenacker survived a tense season finale to become the first Swiss rider crowned in the World SBK paddock. The top 3 riders were covered by just 13 points at the checkered flag, but Krummenacker's early season run of 7 consecutive podiums was enough to see him home to honours.
The 2019 FIM Moto3 World Champion, Lorenzo Della Porta.
2016's Moto3 Junior Champion Lorenzo Della Porta completed a unique double by becoming Moto3 World Champion in 2019. The Italian put in a late season charge and back-to-back wins in Japan and Australia sealed the crown.
To seal the title for the 2019 Moto World Champion, Alex Marquez.
The 2014 Moto3 champions' 5-year quest for Moto2 honours came to fruition in 2019 in the most close-fought title race of the Grand Prix paddock. The series was a 3-way fight right to the 18th and penultimate round when the Spaniard secured his 10th podium of the campaign and with it his 2nd world title.
The team that came out on top was the SRC Kawasaki France. Please welcome team manager Gilles Staffler, and also to collect the gold medals, the FIM Endurance World Champion riders David Checker of Spain, and from France, Jeremy Guanoni and Erwin Nijon.
Victory in the prestigious Le Mans 24-hour race was a precursor to an emotional season finale and first Endurance World Championship for Team SRC Kawasaki France. In front of over 100,000 spectators at the season finale, veteran David Checker claimed his fourth world title alongside first-time gold medalists Guanoni and Nijant.
And for a record-breaking fifth time in a row, the FIM Superbike World Champion, Northern Ireland's Jonathan Rea.
The 2019 season was the toughest yet of Jonathan Rea's record-breaking 5 world titles. The Kawasaki star came from a mammoth 61 points down before embarking on a run of 19 consecutive podium finishes, including 14 wins, to claim a 165-point winning margin.
We move on now to our final category, our ultimate champion. The FIM Cross Countries Rally's world champion is the UK's Sam Sunderland.
Sam Sunderland took the early season Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge and the Silkway Rally to amass an unassailable lead in the 2019 title race, and with 2 silver medals already to his name, secure his first FIM gold.
The FIM Trial World Champion for 2019, Tony Bow.
Tony Bow secured his 13th Trial World Championship in fine style, becoming the first rider to complete a Trial GP season unbeaten, and in the process matching the all-time record for 14 consecutive Grand Prix wins.
And now he's the FIM Enduro GP World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, go crazy for Mr. Brad Freeman.
In just 2 seasons, Brad Freeman has progressed from junior champion to the sport's pinnacle as only the second ever Enduro GP champion. All of this despite suffering a badly broken collarbone in Greece as the season hit its stride and at just 23 years of age.
Congratulations.
The FIM Speedway Grand Prix World Champion, Bartosz Smolik.
The 24-year-old joins an exclusive club as Poland's 3rd world champion, adding his first Speedway Grand Prix series to 3 titles won at under-21 level. Smolik burst onto the senior scene with a podium on his debut and has been among the men to beat since.
Congratulations, the FIM MXGP Motocross World Champion from Slovenia, Tim Gajser.
An incredible 16 victories saw 2016 world champion Tim Gajser return to the top in 2019. Over 200 points separated the Slovenian from his nearest rival in the standings after a convincing display that netted him his 2nd world crown.
Becoming the youngest rider in history to win 8 FIM circuit racing titles, the FIM MotoGP World Champion is, of course, Marc Marquez.
Marc Marquez secured a 6th MotoGP World Championship, dominating the 2019 campaign and dropping outside of the top 2 finishing positions on just 1 occasion this season.
Okay, we had already his brother, Alex, here, but nobody can be such a champion like Marquez if he has not a very good genes. So, Julian, the father, please come here.
Still recovering a matter of days after undergoing surgery to alleviate a recurring shoulder injury, Marquez was unfortunately unable to be present to receive his latest medal, which was collected instead by his father, Julian.
And really, this is incredible because all the family together, all the world champions in one place. This is unique. Thank you, Craig Stevens. Thank you, everybody.
George, everybody. Would all of those huge world champions of 2019 come and join us on stage for a massive family photo? And I will leave you at home with that vision. From all of us here in Monte Carlo, thank you so much for watching, and good night, everybody.